the fact that people want the cards now, there's a demand for this stuff. I absolutely love it. And it's just, the future of wrestling cards is going to be great if this keeps up. So, what's up, wrestling fans, trading card collectors? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Cards. I'm your host, Zhan, and you can check me out on social media if you like. And speaking of social media, today's video is kind of some clips from a recent Instagram Live that I did. I just jumped on and showed off some mail. Talked about some of the wrestling cards that are in the fantasy football prize pool that I started this year. I started a fantasy football league with a bunch of wrestling degenerates. My team is 0-4, sucking it up.
That is one big pile of shit.
But you know what? It's fun. I'm having fun communicating with everybody and just being together with the community. It's a lot of fun. So we go over some of those cards. Unbelievable cards in there that people submitted. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that's in there. So I'm hoping I can pull up from 0-4, come back and win the league because there's a few cards in there I'd really like to have. But we'll also just talk some general wrestling stuff. I'm not going to include the whole conversation, but I'll put in some things in here. Feel free to join me next time. Follow me on social platforms. Link in the show notes to all of my social platforms, and you'll see the announcements if you do want to join the Instagram Lives when I do them. A lot of times, if you do miss them or you come in late on them, I do repurpose them and put them on the YouTube channel for those who couldn't join at that time for scheduling or whatever purposes, or if you came in late. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Before we get into it, again, check the show notes for links to everything I'm doing. Worlds Collide podcast with Tony Vella. Wrestling with Cards podcast, that I do by myself. Subscribe, please, to this channel. Give me a thumbs up. Also down there is Patreon links to if you want to buy me a coffee. I actually did not drink any coffee or caffeine in this Instagram Live video, which is completely nuts. First time I've ever done a video where I did not drink caffeine. So, hope you guys enjoy this, and see ya. What's up, everybody? I don't know how to do any kind of cool music and intros and stuff like that. I just hit go live. What's up, Caleb? What's up, everybody? 5 people. Wow. Hanging from the rafters. You guys will have to forgive me for potential dog noises. So, sorry if they get too loud. I'm going to go through the prize pool for the fantasy league, and what that was is I've been a diehard fantasy player forever, and this year I decided to really jump back into it. Not like I used to be. I actually used to do some writing for some fantasy football websites. I was that into it. I think one year I played in 75 leagues or something ridiculous like that. I used to do DFS for a living, essentially. I just was so involved in fantasy, and then I just got out of it one year. I was really burned out, so I stopped playing. I decided to jump back into it, and then COVID hit. So all of a sudden, I was like, well, I'm not, because I don't play for free. I am not wasting my time for free. So I was like, well, I don't really want to play because COVID, and what happens if these players aren't exactly fit to play? What if they get pulled at the last minute? We're still seeing that now. When they go on the protocol list, they end up on IR or whatever. So last year I didn't really play any, and then this year I was like, all right, should be good to go. Just decided to dive back in, but I didn't want to just dive in. I don't know what's happened with fantasy football, but it seems like it's a lot less popular than it used to be. Used to, I could find literally anybody. I could throw a rock and hit somebody who's like, oh, I'll join 5 leagues, no matter what the price point was. So I was like, okay, well, I need to play again. And a lot of people I know are not playing anymore. So I had to start really digging for people, and I had 2 leagues that I was able to get in. But then I was like, I want another one. I need that third one. Third time's the charm. Triple threat. And so I got a group of wrestling degenerates together, and I was like, you know what? We do cards. This is what we love to do. Instead of worrying about cash, and let's just put a ballpark value on this stuff, and let's put wrestling cards as the prize pool for the fantasy league. This year, I found a bunch of wrestling fans that are also football fans. Shout out to you guys. You know who you are. So we've got the prize pool to go over today, as well as some mail. On the prize pool, now I've got these stacked up, and we're going to go over each one, the way that this is doing it. And the league will be open next year if you guys decide you want to join the Fantasy Football League and be part of this. Essentially, you just, your entry fee is the card. And first place, let's see, I think we had 10 teams, so we have 10 cards. First place is going to get 7 of those cards. Second place is going to get 2 of the cards. And then third place gets 1 card, essentially getting your money back. The way it works is first place gets their first dibs of the top 7 cards. And we have 2 cards here that are actually going to be bundles. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll start going over stuff. Alright, so as you can see, we got all kinds of crap here, but we are starting in the middle, and we're starting with a banger. Harley Race TNA Legends and Stars autograph. Now, the one that a lot of people really want to go for in this set is the Dusty, but Harley Race has one of the best signatures of all the older generation of... Actually, you know what? It seems like a lot of the older generation of wrestlers, they just have these signatures that are not Velveteen Dream. They just have such great signatures, but for this to show up in our prize pool, like, I couldn't believe it. Next up, we have a bundle. So again, I think we put a $20 to $30 kind of limit on these. So this is one bundle. It's a Undertaker Refractor from 2020 Topps Chrome. And we've got an out of 99 Hogan Upper Deck all-time greats. I think this is 2012. And underrated set. This is actually there's a picture in here that's from the same one as the PMG. But this set also has some really cool LeBron. It's got some Jordan cards in it. And it's basically the greatest stars regardless of the sport. What's up, Evan? Welcome. So that's one of the prizes. We also have another bundle here. I can get this open. This one is a Funaki relic from the now famous 2002 Fleer Royal Rumble. And we've got another relic of the Corporation. Now, I don't know who that was actually off of. You know, is it Undertaker? Doesn't look like Vince if it was used out of this picture. Triple H, China, who knows? But a couple of cool relic cards, so that's one bundle. Moving on to the next one, such a classic. 87 Topps Bret Hart. Many people consider this the rookie card, so that is in pretty good condition. That scratch right there is on the top loader, but pretty good shape of a card to throw in for a wrestling fantasy football pool. We've got the Devon out of 99 autograph. I just love that design. 2016 Undisputed. Rock Chrome Refractor. You guys know how much I love these, so that one got put in there from someone. And that's another thing. Like, I honestly don't even remember what I put in here. I just kind of got these in the mail. I was kind of checking them off. The No Mercy set, Evan, is that what that Corporation relic is from? If so, let me know. But I just kind of mixed these all up, and I was like, you know, whatever. People are going to get to pick from the prize pool regardless. Speaking of more prizes, look at that. You can feel the gum right in there. You can see it. 37 cents. Somebody got a steal at Kmart. Pretty sure that was... Kmart's, are they even around anymore? I don't think so. But here's an unopened pack of 87 Topps. So that will be in the prize pool as well. Dakota Kai on-card auto. I love this women's division design, the background. And that is numbered to 99 as well. Undertaker Refractor. Where's Caleb at? He's probably going to want to pick this one. Pretty much any of the Undertaker Refractors they keep putting in these chrome sets, they're just fantastic. Not numbered, unfortunately, but just the standard refractors. You can't go wrong with those. And last but not least, something that I can't believe is in here. This is the header card from the 88 Wonderama with Ric Flair. I'm sure most of you guys have seen this. However, this is a test copy from the test sets. So, these are very, very rare. You don't hardly ever see these. I foresee this being probably the first pick that goes off the board, whoever ends up winning the league. So, I mean, I love this card anyway. Like, that's just a great image. It sums up the 80s. It sums up NWA wrestling that most of us grew up watching or went back and saw it. But yeah, that's a really nice prize pool for people to pick from. Again, if you guys, let me switch the camera back around. If you guys want to get in the fantasy league next year, we can generally do like up to 16 to 20 teams around in there, because 32 starting quarterbacks, you don't want to have anybody that isn't able to start a quarterback. So I think 16 teams would be the limit. But if you guys want to get on that next year, let me know and I can put your name down ahead of time for either replacements if anybody drops out, or if you just want to, jump in. I think we have 10 teams now, so we could add up to 6 more, maybe 8, maybe 20. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Flip the camera back around and let's start going over some mail. Also, I want to say on this mail, I've already shot a lot of mail day videos. I'm extremely backed up on content right now. I don't want to like just throw a bunch of videos out there to you guys. Still trying to stay on that 2 times a week pace. So if there's something in here that I've already shown on a mail day video, I apologize, but you get to see it again. I guess that's a bonus. If there's something that you see here and then you see it on another mail day video, again, apologize. Just trying to get, I'm not going to say backed up on content, but in the can, so to speak. I don't want to go have a week go by where I don't have any videos to post. So I'm trying to keep ahead of that. Sometimes, you know, just with my schedule, I get these cards, which you're going to see these cards are just piled up. I just kind of push them into a pile. I get just backed up with stuff. I get really busy, so I have a hard time putting it away and keeping track of what I've already put on mail day videos and what I haven't. So flip the camera back around, and I'm just going to grab this. I'm just going to grab random stacks. We'll figure it out. Again, if you guys have questions on anything, leave them in the chat. I will try to monitor that the best I can. If you've got a question or you would like to come on for something, let me know. Looks like we have one request. We'll get to that in a minute. So, I apologize too. Caleb, I think I may have gotten some of this stuff from you. I'm not sure who else I got it from. I apologize. Like, I get this stuff in the mail, and I just kind of set it somewhere. And eventually I get around to sorting it after I do mail days, and I'm just really backed up right now. So, we've got a bunch of base Rodman stuff, because that's right, I still collect all the Rodman stuff. Super collector, so I'm trying to get at least one card of like everything. I don't think that's going to happen, but man, it's a fun chase. It's pretty cheap. A lot of people are just wanting to give you these things. This is actually something I purchased to sell. Oh yeah, Caleb, all right, thanks. So I can't remember if this is 91. Yeah, 91. So I saw these generally going for like $5 maybe, and I think there's 10 in this set. So I needed one of the stickers, but I was like, okay, I can buy this whole lot for $10, get the one, and then I can sell these at comps that were going at the time for $5 a piece. You do the math on that. And guys, that's how, you know, I talk about in the videos, that's how I get to where, that's how I get the All-Star sets. That's how I get, you know, money to have things signed. That's how I get grading fee money. All this stuff that I don't want to spend life money on, this is how I do it. So, yeah, keep one of those Rodmans, and then we will be selling the rest. All right, some Karrion Kross stuff. This is, I think, a sticker out of a Road to WrestleMania Topps set, but I think it was UK only. I've only seen these for sale on eBay 2021 in the UK, so I really like that sticker. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it, but maybe it's Karrion Kross's new outfit. Who knows? I've got these from the Living set. I bought these on the secondary market. It was actually cheaper for me to get these on the secondary market. I got 2 of them shipped for cheaper than what it would cost you just to get one of these shipped if you bought it from Topps. So if you are interested in the Living set cards, you might consider buying them on the secondary market. We have a 101 Superfractor just kind of hanging out here. Yeah, I still haven't put a lot of this stuff up. I'm telling you guys, I have a bad habit of just getting this stuff in the mail and letting it sit until I get time to do videos on it. I'm sure you guys have seen me post pictures of this, and I did a video, which Karrion Kross liked it, so that was cool. But yeah, sums up the State of the Living set from Caleb. Yeah, that's accurate. But yeah, first Superfractor that I've ever owned, and of course, this completed the rainbow of the Topps Finest Karrion Kross rookie cards, so I'm very happy with that. All right, so these are from G-Raver. If you guys aren't familiar with G-Raver, deathmatch icon, most famously known for GCW and most famously known for almost dying in the ring. These are some on-card autos from him. Took me a while to get them shipped, but once they were shipped, I was very happy. That is Joon Kasai, and if you guys are unfamiliar with Joon Kasai, go look up his stuff. He is one of the, I would say he's probably one of the biggest all-time stars in deathmatch wrestling ever, but great signature there, bloody G-Raver. Look at all that glass on his arm. That's nice. This is probably the best card, though. I love the gold signature. You can see there's that faded out space for the authentic signature there. Just a really cool card. I think he's still got these up for sale. So if you're interested in them, you can go check them out. I know the way the indie cards are going, and they're getting more and more popular by the day. I don't know. I don't know where these are going to go. Are indie cards eventually going to be more popular than Topps stuff? Who knows? Jump back here, because I'll run through this really quick. This is literally all Bills stuff. I picked this up at the LCS. Dog tags. Very, very strange Jim Kelly thing. Caleb, I'm pretty sure I got some of this from you, but this is all just Bills stuff. If you guys follow the 1 Million Cubs project on Twitter, that's kind of where I got the inspiration, because the Bills have always been my favorite team. I've always stuck with them no matter what. Whether they sucked, whether they were awesome, it doesn't matter. Still no Super Bowls, but I've just been a fan forever, and I was like, hey, I'm just going to hoard these cards like the 1 Million Cubs project is going and see what happens. I don't spend a lot of money on them. Like, these are just kind of hanging out in there, and they're, Caleb, I'm pretty sure I got these from you. These are awesome looking cards, and I'm not grading them. I really don't care about the condition. I just think it's cool to have as many of the Bills cards as I can. Just kind of a fun, again, cheap, fun collection to just kind of get going. Moving on, more Shaq stuff. Man, OG Topps finest. You gotta love that stuff. The metal stuff is also some of my favorite. But just, random Shaq stuff to add to the collection. Go back to some wrestling and shout out to Sour Pack James, who I bought these from. Cool sticker, really good quality. As soon as the 2021 stuff came out, I had to jump on these, and he's like, hey, I've got some purple parallels. Zane, what's up? Caleb, thanks. I will take all that you have. Purple's like my favorite color, so to get these carrying cross, which, guys, these are not worth that much, and I frankly don't care because, again, it's the only modern person sports, wrestling, it doesn't matter. Like, this is the only modern athlete that I'm essentially doing the super collection on, trying to get and it's fun to get in on the floor. You guys have heard me talk about that before on my video about prospecting on stars, and that's kind of the way I went, and I'm just not stopping. I don't care that he's got some stupid looking outfit now. I still believe in him as a talent. So look at that signature. One of the better signatures of some of the modern stars. Trying to put the rainbow together of this, of course, I've got 50, 75, there's purple again. Green out of 99, 250, which is the lowest count. So we've got those. And then these are poorly packaged, but once again, I don't really care as much about the condition. I'm just trying to get all of his cards. This is the entire run of the 2021 NXT base. Collector's Paradise UK. I got a bundle of refractors inserts for sale. Maybe we can work a nice deal. Yeah, it depends. We'll see what happens. I'm always available to look at your guys' stuff. If you're selling, I will always look no matter what. I might have to walk away from it if the price isn't right or we can't work anything out, but I'm always up for looking at buying cards, buying collections, whatever. Always up for talking about it. So hit me up in the DMs on here, Twitter, wherever you want to find me. But we've got all the base carrying cross cards out of 2021 NXT. Red Parallel. This one is from Evan, I believe. Pretty sure I bought this from him. So Evan, thank you for that. Packaged really well. Got it out quick. And one of the blues out of 50. Another cool thing about the base parallels is that they are gold stamped and numbered. So that's a nice bonus for base parallel. The purple is not numbered, but everything else should be numbered. Juicy lineup of cards for sale at the Wrestle Virtual Con. Zane, looking forward to that. Thank you for wanting to participate in that. It's going to be a lot of fun. A couple weeks away. We are officially filled on Friday, so we have 3 spots, I believe, left on Saturday for vendor slots. If you want in on one of those, it is free. You just show up and have your stack of cards ready to sell. And there are giveaways, too. Every vendor is going to have something. They're going to win something. So just it's worth your time if you've got stuff to sell. This is some base Brady stuff, right? I did not buy this. These two were actually just thrown in with this. And this is stuff that I've been buying a lot more of lately. I've talked about how I think Tom Brady, like, I've always hated the guy. He's in the, most people do hate him. AFC East, so a rival of the Bills. However, the thing that's really changed for me is when he went to the Buccaneers and won a Super Bowl in the first year, I immediately associated this with Hollywood Hogan. I immediately associated it with Ric Flair. He's the top guy in football, maybe the greatest quarterback ever, regardless of what anyone's opinion is. And I was kind of putting that in correlation with Ric Flair and looking at Hulk Hogan. And like Hulk Hogan's, when he went from the yellow and red to being the heel, that's kind of what Brady's done. He's kind of embraced being a heel, and all of a sudden people like him more. Same thing happened with Hogan. Like I said, same thing happened with Flair. So I've really changed my mind, and one thing I've been doing is buying a lot of this game-worn stuff. And again, I've talked about this. You have to be really careful. The front of this card contains a swatch, game-worn jersey by Tom Brady. So a lot of times you guys know on the sports cards, and even wrestling, if you look at the back and you're not really paying attention to the fine print, you're going to see that it says it's not from any specific player or game or what a team or whatever. Not the wrestling cards do that too with their mat cards or some of their swatches. So my logic here is that how much more? Yeah, same with Ronaldo. I can see that. The thing with these game-worn jersey cards is that I'm wondering, with Panini and then Fanatics taking over eventually, we're even seeing now stuff that could have been taken from Walmart. They could have just cut up a Walmart jersey and threw it in there and said it's not from necessarily anything, but here you go. And people are going to continue to pay for it, as we've seen. But if I can find game-worn stuff by some of the best, I would put Ric Flair and Hogan in with Tom Brady on this if you want to go check out Collector's Paradise UK, Embrace the Heel site. Yep, absolutely. So this is a really cool card. This one's numbered to $2.99. Again, if you look at the fine print, cut from an authentic jersey worn by Tom Brady in an official game. Like, that's what I'm looking for when I'm buying these cards. I don't want just the generic swatch. This is one of my favorite ones. This one is actually really cheap if you guys decide you want one of these. We all know SportsCenter. Like, most of us probably grew up watching SportsCenter. It was the thing. So to have a piece of game-worn jersey in a SportsCenter card is just awesome. And again, once again, look, you've received Tom Brady used jersey card from the Upper Deck Company. Front of this card authenticates piece of jersey worn by Tom Brady. Okay, so I'll quit reading that, but you guys get the hint on these. This specific one, there's quite a few out there, and they are cheaper. I just love the design with him, the close-up shot with him. SportsCenter, you can't hate on SportsCenter. I don't watch it as much anymore, but this is sports to me. So to be able, and I think these are I don't know, I've got a few of them. They're probably $40, so shipped, very affordable. And I mean, how else can you get into a game-used article from one of the top legends in sports of all time? Here's another. This one's not as good. Again, I'm not buying these for the card necessarily. I'm buying them because they are game used, and I just think those are slowly going to start going away. And people spend a ton of money on memorabilia. So if I can't, and I don't want, you guys know I don't want a bunch of that memorabilia in my house, taking up room everywhere. So if I can have a small piece of it in cardboard form for a whole lot cheaper, that's what I'm going to do. So that's all the Tom Brady stuff. But speaking of swatches, got some Kobe stuff too. Again, authentic game-worn jersey. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, you can tell. Here's another one. This one has Jason Richardson on it too. It says from his shorts. Let me see if I can find. On the front of this, authenticates piece of shorts worn by both of them. Yeah, so you get the idea. Zhan, Glad AEW is having retail Fat Packs, blasters, and hobby boxes. Yeah, me and Tony are splitting a case of hobby. I am not going to open any of it. I'm going to sit on it. Not going to flip it either, unless somebody wants it that's just offering me a price I can't refuse. I don't know about singles yet because honestly, I'd rather just buy vintage stuff than... I like watching AEW, but I am not sold on any of the talent long term. I latched on to Karrion Kross, but I don't know. He's just a legitimate guy, and there's those guys in AEW too. But a lot of flipping and flying and leg slaps, and I'm not necessarily all about that. But I'm not defending AEW. I'm not defending WWE either. AEW from an entertainment perspective, you want to tune in to watch it every single time, and the fact that people care about the cards now is amazing. Whether I like it or agree with this or that or leg slaps or the booking or whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact that people want the cards now, there's a demand for this stuff. I absolutely love it. And it's just, the future of wrestling cards is going to be great if this keeps up. So, got a couple more stacks of mail here. One of these is just kind of some random stuff. So, I'm not going to open these, but shout out to Sports Card Therapist podcast, Rob Gerard. Made a trade with him. He actually talked about that on the show. And this is them. As you can see, I have not even opened it yet. I have got a really bad habit of that. Yam Wax, welcome. What's up? Some random Pokemon stuff. I bought a collection out, and these just happen to be in them. I always keep all the Machoke, Machop, and Machamp cards. If they're in there, I'm keeping them. That one may have come from Caleb. Alright, some kind of random stuff here. These are indie cards. Everybody loves indie cards. So this is Space Cowboy Jason Jones. Most people on the indie circuit know him if you're in the Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas area, Texas. He wrestles quite a bit in that area. And he had these at the most recent show, which I have a vlog coming out where I shot some random video and had some pictures from the wrestling show. I don't know when that's going to get out. I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. But I got a cool video of him signing these cards. I bought up just a huge stack that he had because I figured someone might want them. I know Chuckster's got some. I sent him one because he's a completist. But you guys can check out Jason Jones on social media and Mid-States Wrestling and a couple of other promotions. Machamp Pokes. Yep. Yamwax, you got it. Alright, so this is kind of just random stuff. Everybody loves gold refractors. Can't go wrong with the head of the table, Roman Reigns. This isn't an auto or anything like that, but, again. And the cool thing is, these two cards, I believe, came as a bonus. So, I love bonus cards. It's crazy that people complain about getting extra cards in their mail, but I'll probably just sell these unless somebody I know wants them, but this is the real reason I bought that. I couldn't believe how affordable this was. I think it was like $20 maybe, so I don't know why you wouldn't want that for $20. I've talked about this before. This is just, like, when I look at this, it sends me back to WrestleMania of that year, and I'm really bad with years and what WrestleMania is what, but I remember specifically watching him in the Hall of Fame, and I couldn't believe it was happening. I watched his promo. He comes out on Raw the following night, and that's the last we would see of him. This is one of the, final images that was captured and put in cardboard form of the Ultimate Warrior ever, and for it to be just a gold refractor and something that's completely different than pretty much every other Ultimate Warrior card there is. He's crazy with all the colors and the hair, and he's jacked. This one, he's just in a suit because it's kind of like I don't know, just if you look at him, he's looking away. It's kind of like he knows something's up. So I love that card. We do have more Roman, and we do have gold. However, this is not shiny. I forgot what set this was from. So if you guys know right offhand, let me know. But this is out of 10. Gold auto, sticker auto, but still cool. You can't go wrong, really, with any gold Roman autos, really. I may have talked about this one before, so I know I've mentioned it, but I don't remember if it's been on any mail day videos. Again, I'm sorry if I'm repeating some of the mail from other videos, or if you see some of this stuff in future videos. Just thanks for watching in general. But here's the thing with this one. This one was, I believe, on Mercari, and I think it was $20. So there's a huge crease in it. Right there, you can see it a little bit off the light right here. But $20 for relics. And the thing is, event used from The Rock, come on. I mean, that goes back to what I was saying about Brady, or what I was saying about Kobe. Same thing could say about Jordan. Go try to find Jordan and LeBron game-used stuff. Same concept here. And I was like, a dual patch, if you will, on two Hall of Famers for $20 because, once again, I'm buying this for the memorabilia, not the card. And I'll probably get it graded, and I don't care what it gets because it'll be in the slab. But if you look, see the black on the shirt there that Mick wore, that's just fantastic. I mean, of course, being a sicko wrestling fan, it would have been cool if it was blood, but expressively warrants the authenticity of the pieces in this event used card. And the thing is with this one, it was so cheap, I didn't care what event it was from. There are some wrestling cards where it'll say it's from a specific event, and I think that's really good for collectors because you can relate to it because you were at that event. Maybe that was your first wrestling show. Maybe that was a turning point for you in your wrestling fandom. I don't know. But there are certain wrestling events where I think pieces of the memorabilia could start picking up in Steam. Who cares about the value? I'm just talking about popularity. Like, people are going to start latching onto this stuff from just nostalgia and memorable moments. Random Ric Flair Best of Sports Leaf. Now, a lot of people don't like some of the Leaf products, but look at this card. Hey, we're in October. This has a really nice Halloween vibe to it. Black, orange, can't go wrong with the big gold belt. Of course, we don't know. Is this the fake big gold belt? Is this from his WWF days when he left WCW and took the big gold with him? Hard to tell. However, numbered out of 50. Can't go wrong with numbered cards, parallels, all that good stuff. Got that nice refractor shine on it. I think this was like $7 maybe shipped. I just don't understand. Like, why are people not out buying cool, legendary wrestling cards that are numbered, parallels, all that stuff? Yeah, the orange, Zhan, agree. The orange looked really nice. There's also a pink out there that looks pretty good. There's a couple different colors if you guys want one. This is the only one I own, but I just saw it at a price I couldn't turn down. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to go check it out. Finally found one of these. I couldn't believe it. And what's funny is as soon as I saw this, the first thing I noticed was the green. And I was like, oh man, I got the Christmas parallel of New Jack. Christmas is my favorite holiday by far. And to get this, like the glittery green, it just reminds me of Christmas. But I've been looking for this card for years, and it was so nice to finally be able to find it. I did have, and I've showed it on previous Mail Day videos, the New Jack auto that he was actually signing himself and selling on his website. I have a few of those. Very happy with those. This one I've been looking for forever. HH_cards. Yeah, the TNA autos. The designs are really cool. This one I was just so happy to get. This one is numbered to 25. So got that nice shiny Christmas green. Looks like tinsel. I'm sure New Jack would really appreciate me associating him with Christmas. What a guy. All right, moving on. I don't know what we've got next. Random Rodman card I bought. I think it was like $1. New Jack Kringle by Yamwax. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool design on the New Jack card. Yep, Zane, thank you. Once again, I was talking about the Topps Living set, and just like the Karrion Kross, I was able to get both of these on the secondary market, on eBay specifically, shipped cheaper than I could buying just one card shipped from Topps. And like Caleb said, I mean, this is kind of sums up the Topps Living set for WWE, unfortunately. We were so excited, and I think this is an amazing card. And I think the cards have, for the most part, have looked really cool. But the print runs, like, they're up and down, and depending on what your purpose is with these, that can be good or bad. There's no parallels, there's no autographs, there's no real chase cards. But, yeah, who doesn't like Mr. America? It's not Hogan, by the way, it's Mr. America. Totally different people. All right, so Chromie Diamond Stud, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, in case you guys don't know this. Tony, this is actually the Tony stack. He was able to hook me up with a few extra things, so apparently Scott has only signed a few of these as just Diamond Stud. I guess he's done some that are Diamond Studs with Diamond Stud Scott Hall or Diamond Stud Razor, you know, some combination of that. But the fact that he just signed it with Diamond Stud, I think, is awesome and hilarious at the same time. I'm going to definitely send this to PSA and get this graded. I don't care about the grade, but I will get it graded. I am going to make sure it's authenticated. I have seen some other authenticated Diamond Stud autos that he signed that are just like this. One's in a SGC authentic slab, and one is in a BGS authenticated slab. So I will hopefully PSA is going to see this, because they could be like, oh, well, anybody could just write Diamond Stud on there. But, you know, I've got enough, I guess, argument points that I can point out to them in an email or call them or whatever I got to do to get this slabbed and authenticated. But probably one of the most random, cool cards that I own. Again, I don't care about the value because I'm not going to sell this anytime soon. It's just weird and random, and that's a lot. We're going to get into more of that here in a minute. Actually, let's just do it now. Henry Rollins. I love Rollins band. I love Black Flag. You can't go wrong with... So I think MC Sports Cards actually sold this to me off their eBay store, but I love Henry Rollins. I love Sons of Anarchy. For obvious reasons, I don't care for his character in this show, but that's not why I bought it. I was actually been looking for Henry Rollins autos for a while now and having a hard time finding them. Great Curator, what's up? Stash of Stashes, thank you for the compliment on the card. This was very affordable, though, I thought. Really cool card. And there's other characters. If you guys like Sons of Anarchy, there's other really cool characters out there. But Henry Rollins has just been, right or wrong, like, huge influence to me about, you guys should go back and listen to some of his stuff. He just has a different outlook on life, and I appreciate it and respect it. But, again, I didn't realize that Henry Rollins autos are few and far between, so I found this one pretty affordable, already slabbed up, so I don't have to worry about sending it off anywhere. Very happy with that. Go through some more Tony stuff. Of course, you guys know he works with Kevin Nash, so I was able to get a few more of these signed. This is out of the 1994 Action Packed set. Pretty famous now, but this is out of the subset, the Crushers, Colossal Crushers, and look at the font and the color on Crushers. That's just so 90s to me, and I love this stance of Kevin here, excuse me, Diesel. But the Monday Night Raw banner in the background is very nostalgic. It actually has the same feel that the 1998 Comic Images Rock card that most people all know now. It has that same feel because it's got that banner in the background. We all remember the wide camera angles zooming in when the shows start, and you could always see those banners hanging up. So very happy to have this signed. He did a really good job signing on this for it being an embossed card. These are one of my favorite cards to get signed. If you haven't seen these are the Bendum Cards. They're on the back of the bendable wrestling figures. They're never going to grade very well because, as you can see, the perforated lines here, you have to cut them out. And most people, if they have them, they didn't really think about grading them. So they just kind of cut them out willy-nilly. But they're still going to be awesome in slabs. And I just think they're really good candidates if you can find these and you're going to a signing. If you don't have a rookie card or some card that really means something to you, like your very first wrestling card or something, I think these action figure cards are really good options to get signed. They're relatively inexpensive, sometimes harder to find specific superstars, but if you do find them, relatively inexpensive. Keeping on that train, Mankind, Bendy figure, this is what, 90, yeah, still 97. I think this was a different series, but really good signature on that. So happy with that one. Probably my favorite action figure card sign that I had. And look, like the facsimile auto with here, he didn't put the frown face in there, but it's really cool seeing the double auto on there like that. For some reason, I just think it's cool. And this card sends me back to the death match. You know, I didn't even know what death matches were until I saw Cactus in the King of the Death Match tapes, which are now world famous. I'm sure you guys probably saw the FMW Dark Side of the Ring recently. I absolutely love that promotion, and maybe I've got a mental issue for liking death matches. I don't know, but Mick, Cactus, whatever you want to call him, he was one of the first guys I ever saw that was actively involved in these, and so, you know, all his cards from this earlier Cactus period, including the BBM, they all have a pretty important role in my wrestling journey. And lastly, more random stuff. Well, I got one more, but more random stuff here. Most people don't know about this Garbage Pail set. WWE put it out with Topps a couple years ago, and I've covered it on my channel, which you can go back and look if you want, but there's only like a little over, I really want to say there's like 1,048 or 1,076, just a little bit over 1,000 maybe, a print run of the complete sets. Like, you had to buy the complete sets. To my knowledge, you couldn't buy the individual cards. I think these are also really, not only are they just cool cards to own because of the rarity of it, but I think they're also really good candidates to get signed if you happen to find one. That's a problem because I think that these are kind of starting to dry up on the secondary market. Caleb's been looking for some, I know. Shout out, if any of you guys got Ric Flair one out here, get a hold of Caleb. He's looking for one. But Ronda Rousey's in there, Seth Rollins, Cena's in there. There's a lot. The Cena one I've seen floating around in SGC slabs. They look pretty good. But, you know, having all three versions of Mick on here and having him sign that, I'm sure. I don't know what he thinks about this card. I wasn't there. Thanks again, Tony Vella, WrestlingTradingCards.com, for helping me facilitate that autograph signing. And last one. You guys seen these? Like, let me grab a standard card. Yeah. I don't know what you're supposed to do with these. I know it's part of the gaming, you know, the slam attacks gaming. But what is a giant card going to do Let me see if I can find. I don't know where my other carrying cross slam attack was, but I was gonna look at the stats, and like I don't play the game, so I'm not sure how the stats work. Maybe if this is a giant card, the stats are more. I don't know, but I had to put it in this like random huge top loader thing because I cannot find anything else to store this in. There's a ding on the corner, but guess what? Don't care. Again, this is part of the super collection that I started. The only modern guy I'm collecting really in wrestling from a player collector, super collector standpoint. I love Charlotte and Becky, Sasha, and many others. I do still buy modern cards, but from a like PC player collection standpoint, Karrion Kross is really the only one that I'm collecting still. So happy to have this one. Super random. I think it was like $5 or something like that. So once again, thanks for watching today. If you enjoyed this, make sure to follow me on Instagram so you can catch the next Instagram live video that I do, because you never know what they're going to be. Could be a box break, could be going to Tony's to sell stuff out of his storage unit, who knows. But if you need help with that, links in the show notes to all my social platforms, everything else I'm involved with. Guys, I really appreciate your support, whether it's just subscribing, whether it's following me on Instagram and watching these videos that I do live, or contributing monetarily on Patreon or buying me coffee. I greatly appreciate it. I really wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for all of you guys watching and supporting. So thanks again for watching today. But if you're wanting more great wrestling card content, and I know you do, click the videos on the screen for more great wrestling card content. As I said, see ya.